Now, differentiation will thrive in a class that values growth. Sometimes it's not about the outcome, how much work a child has produced, it's how much effort they have put in making sure that they have produced that amount of work. Now, I started off teaching in international schools as a teaching assistant, and my first year was just full of so many moments of revelation, like, ooh, I like that. I don't get that. And one of the things I really didn't understand was differentiating. Have you ever been in a class, looked at your children, and wonder, how am I supposed to teach you all the same thing, yet you all learn differently? You have children who read really well or learn really fast. You have children who struggle with almost everything. You have children who cannot sit still, irrespective of what you're teaching. You have children who can never be quiet. Like, it's just not possible to make them be quiet. And how do you handle this as a teacher, whether you're beginning or you are somewhere on your journey? And that's where differentiation comes in. Now, if you've looked at every job description for every job posted online, one of the things that they expect you to be able to do is to differentiate or to be able to personalize learning of the learners in your class. And that's pretty much differentiation. So it's not really about creating 3 or 4 different worksheets for your children in your class. It's about giving them different ways to achieve the same outcome. So you can pretty much differentiate there's 3 ways of differentiation. You can differentiate by the content you're teaching, you can differentiate by the process of your teaching, and also there's differentiation by outcome or the product. So the first one is differentiating by content. Now, for instance, if our objective today is to learn some facts about dolphins, then I might decide to bring some reading materials. And depending on the levels of my students in my class, I might decide to have 3 or 4 levels of reading materials, and each child is going to get a material that is easy or is at their level of reading. Now think about what Twinkle pretty much does with your comprehension text. You have 3-star, 2-star, and 1-star. This is based on the wording, the complexity of the reading, the level your learners are at. And then you can also differentiate the content by the children's interest. What are they interested in? Some children are interested in books naturally. So this ones you can make them do like researches in books, talking about that. You have students who are more interested in videos, and you can incorporate videos in your teaching as well. And you have students who are more interested in just chilling and listening, and you can have audio books or something if this is at your disposal. It's really important for you to understand your learner profile so that you are able to know what really works for them, what doesn't. And sometimes it involves you getting out of your way and getting to know your learners personally. What do they really enjoy besides outside the classroom, so that you're able to personalize that learning to match up the things that they enjoy. The second one is differentiating by process. This is how do they learn? Like, how do you plan to deliver your content? So you could have a class where a lot of children benefit from group discussions, peer learning, which is also really recommended. So you could put them in groups, but you really have to think about this group so that everyone in that group is taking part, everyone in that group is doing some sort of learning. So you don't have one child, you don't partner a strong child with children who are not that strong, and then they end up dictating what to do. So think about your grouping. So you might decide to do groups in your class. You might decide to use the process to have manipulatives. Like, this really works very well for maths, especially for beginners. It's also ensuring that you offer the right support for the students, because some children might need you to kind of repeat something over and over and over before they get it, and some children might just get it when you explain it the first time. So think about this also when you are in that process of helping them learn. So how do they learn? Are they like fast? Then you don't have to keep them on the mat for 20 minutes listening to you. If they've gotten the concept in the first 10 minutes, they can already get started on the work. If they need a repetition, then what you could do is probably have everyone else go sit, and then have small groups where you can sit and repeat it. The third way you can differentiate is, of course, by the product or the outcome. How do children show you that they've really understood what you have been teaching the whole lessons? I would make a group of children Make a video showing whatever they've been learning in that lesson. Another group of children to write down some paragraphs, some sentences to, reflect what you've been learning in that lesson. You could have, if it's advanced learners, you could have them make tables and charts and stuff like that. So it's just giving different alternative ways, again, thinking about their interest and their profiles, giving alternative ways of them showing you that they've actually understood something from the lesson. So even if it's a worksheet, you could have different worksheets. It's one way of doing it, and there's nothing wrong with using different worksheets to differentiate, because you still get to see if they've learned or not. Differentiating the questioning is also a tactic you can use when you are in the process of learning, when you are, teaching the content. Then you can challenge the children based on the questions you ask. You have the whys for the kids who are really actively, like the kids who are really strong. You can have the why questions, and then you can have the close-ended question if you have any EL students in your class. For those ones, for instance, that's just an example. But you can have different level of questioning for different learners in your class, and that in itself is challenging their thinking. So now let's look at some practical examples of differentiation in a class. Now think about an English lesson where we are learning about the family, and everyone is expected to draw their family. I want them to do a bit of writing about the family. Some children, I'm gonna be like, oh, you draw your family, and then I'm gonna write the word family on a whiteboard for you to copy. Again, this is child who's probably struggling with hand-eye coordination, so I kind of need them to work on that for that lesson. The objective was family. They've drawn a family, they can talk about the family. Now this is just like a challenge for them, let's work on your hand-eye coordination, and they're just gonna write for me my family, and that's it. To another group of children, I'm gonna be like, oh, we've done our phonics, can you try and write for me my family and tell me who's in your family without really much help? So I'm also challenging them to use the phonetic knowledge and to be like, it's gonna be misspelled, but at least they use the sound. So they're gonna and think about how to write my family without any help. Go ahead and write it, and that in itself is a challenge for these children. And then for those who I've identified can actually do this easily, I'm going to ask them to write for me some sentences about their families. So what does your mommy do? You can write a sentence. Mommy is a doctor, daddy is, again, thinking about incorporating the phonics in this particular lesson. So and in that case, at the end of the lesson, I'll have differentiated. I'll have different kinds of outcome for my children, and at the same time they were all challenged at whatever level they produced that work. Now, differentiation will thrive in a class that values growth. Sometimes it's not about the outcome, how much work a child has produced, it's how much effort they have put in making sure that they have produced that amount of work. Celebrate the small wins with them. Today someone just wrote the word mom by themselves. Make a big deal out of it. It really does so well to their confidence, and tomorrow they'll be willing to try to write the word dad, because they got it yesterday. So it's about the effort, really, and not about the outcome that you had in mind. And then you also have to have in mind that it can go wrong. Like whatever you plan can really go wrong, can go in a way that you did not envision. So you have to be flexible to take care of, to be able to deal with things when they go wrong in the moment. Like times you have printed worksheets with certain children in mind. I'm like, oh, this Delphine is gonna do very well with this, but D is gonna struggle a little bit with this. And then you get to class, and whatever concept you're teaching, the children flip. The children you expected to do so well turn out to really struggle with the concept, and the children you expected not to, in your head, turn out to really get the concept and run with it. So again, it's being flexible enough to know that this can happen. Also being attentive enough while you're delivering the content in the whole process, to be able to notice who's getting it, who's not getting it, who's struggling, so that when you come to the now giving them the asking for the outcome, for them to show you what you want, then you're thinking about this child did not quite get it, so the outcome is going to be different from this child who really got it, so do not generalize your lessons. Be like, this child is good at maths, so they're going to always be good at maths. No, no, no. They might be good at maths in a certain concept and really struggle with another concept. So it's having an open mind and being present to the teacher while you are teaching, to be able to see when these small hiccups happen and flexible enough to adjust to them. If this video give you some insights on how to differentiate in your class, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share it with another teacher who you feel might benefit from this. Don't also forget to subscribe, and I'll be sharing more tips with you to help you glow in your teaching journey. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and God bless. Remember, we teach the child, not the curriculum.